you need to decrease stress. Stress is a killer of gains. If you are very stressed out, I promise, if you're stressing, you're not in that parasympathetic rest and digest state. So you need to decrease stress, whether that is meditation, whether that's deep breathing, whether that's going for a walk outside. Now, if you're walking through New York City, it's obviously going to be different than going for a walk in the park next to the river or the stream. So do what you need to do. Do something fun. Do things that you enjoy. Quit your job. That's a big one. I'm not telling you to quit your job, but I am telling you, if you don't like what you do every single day, if you wake up and you hate going to work, you need to work to get a different job, whether it's building your own business, whether it's looking and interviewing at other places. But that's a big one. Too many people, remember, we're not here to say weak shit. Too many people do what they don't like to do every single day. And there's some other job out there, some other occupation, some other career that you would probably like to do more.
Fact. Just straight facts. I couldn't agree with you more. I'm not going to elaborate into that. However, I will tell you that I couldn't agree more with you.
All right. So now I do want you to understand, if you care about my opinion at all, which if you're still listening, you probably care a little bit. But let's say that you want to build your own business. As I stated before, and I've stated many times, I am not a fan of burning the ships at the shore and just quitting your job and just trying to make it. You still have to pay your bills. So I understand that there's some people out there who might not like what they are doing right now. They can't just quit because they have bills to pay. They might have children. They have a family that you have to provide for. So in that case, I would say work on nights and weekends or whatever free time you have to build that business or to gain those skills so that you can do something else, so that you don't hate your job, so that you're not stressed every day, so that your gains aren't killed. And then the last thing that I do want to say about stress is that there are certain things that you can do to increase your stress threshold. There are things that you can do to be able to handle more stress. So when you get that extra homework, so that when you got a flat tire, so that when things happen, because life is going to happen, there are things that you can do to increase that stress threshold so that you can deal with life in a better way and it really won't affect you that much. Number one is meditation and deep breathing. And this isn't for everybody, but for me, all I do is 10 minutes a day. And I do it after my workouts where I just lay down on the couch, I close my eyes, and I just focus on my breathing for 5 minutes. And then after that, I just visualize my goals. And that is what I consider meditation. Some people do it for longer. I don't really have time to do it longer, and 10 minutes works for me. Cold showers are a good one, because among all of the benefits that you get from cold showers, what cold showers also do is teach you to relax under stress. If you jump in that cold water and you're like, oh my God, it's freezing. Oh my God, I'm going to die. You teach your body, no, I'm okay. And you start to do deep breathing in the cold shower. And you start to, when that cold water hits you, you teach yourself to relax so that when you pop your tire on a nail, it's okay. These things happen to me. I prepare myself for that. I'm able to relax in these stressful situations.
That is exactly what I was talking about when it comes to Nate being able to explain things in a way that makes sense. Okay. Before he talked about cold showers, we had just talked about how I don't believe in cold showers. However, with him just giving an example and why the cold shower is beneficial, think about it like this. As a police officer, we are put in those stressful situations as we are training, because imagine as a police officer, you're patrolling and then all of a sudden something happens and you got to go from 0 to 100 real quick. Well, we are taught to always be in that yellow zone, to where you're not going from 0 to 100 real quick. You're always kind of prepared. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So essentially what I'm trying to say is, by taking that cold shower, you're forcing your body to get used to going from 0 to 100 real quick. And then honestly, I see all the benefits in the world. All the benefits in the world. I completely understand where you're coming from. And I promise you guys, 5 minutes ago, I just said, I don't believe in cold showers. And here we are now. So thank you, Nate. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I would say that police officers should be the ones doing cold showers.
Yes.
Everybody
yes,
should
yes.
do them, but
Yeah.
that should be like protocol.
Well,
for
you know,
guys.
we practice. There's other things that we do, you
Right.
know, to put ourselves. So we don't necessarily need that. But for people at home, everyday people, you know, that aren't practicing those things, you know, aren't training for those things year round, that's a perfect thing to do. Perfect.
Right.
You don't even. It doesn't have to even be long. I feel like. You know, just hop right in and out. You know, try to learn to control that nerve that, you know, gets your body going. I don't know, what do you know the, you know, actual term for it? Like why does your body just react like that all of a sudden? Like when you get into the cold shower, like it's almost like,
I mean, it's that fight or flight.
right,
It's
right,
just,
right.
It's just built into human beings biologically
Right,
that,
right.
you know, thousands of years ago when a
Yeah.
saber-toothed tiger popped out, that fight or flight comes in. Either
Right.
you fight or
Yeah.
you flight or
Right.
you die.
Right,
you know?
right, exactly, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But for
Love it.
anybody out there who cares, this is what I do for cold showers. Just to wrap up the part on decreasing stress. So a few years ago, I used to do cold showers every single day. I did no hot water for 2 years straight. Even when I would wash my hands in hot water and I would think that I was cheating. But I would just put it on as cold as it goes and I would take my cold shower and that was that. Now what I do is I get in the hot water and then at the end I do about 2 minutes of cold water. And that's worked just fine. Maybe I'll go back to doing full years of cold showers, but I think that getting in hot, you know, washing my body and then, you know, finishing with cold, I think that does just as well too for the purpose that I want to use cold showers.
Yeah, you're torturing yourself. You're like, hey, body, here's some nice warm water. And then all of a sudden you're all clean, you know, all ready to go. And then bam, cold water. Like, what do you, like, that dude, like.
I mean, it's a way better way to wake yourself up than
Oh,
caffeine
that is
as
true.
well.
That is
So-
very true. You're thinking, okay, you do that in the morning.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so moving on. That is number 3. Number 1 was optimize your sleep. Number 2, optimize nutrition. Number 3, decrease your stress because stress is a killer of gains, I promise.